Boy, Crystal and MS Miss Meaty. Yeah, no, I'm sleepy too. I did not sleep at all very well last night. I actually didn't fall asleep until 6:30 a.m. and I think I slept until 10. Ay. Anyways, that being said, because I have coffee here, I will keep myself going. Expect potential interruptions for possible interview, phone calls today through to tomorrow and possibly Wednesday. Just a heads up. Let me start the game. So I was going to switch to a slightly different game because it would have been super quick to do. But I figured, yeah, let's continue with King's Quest V for now because I didn't want to do a break and add a third game into things right now. And King's Quest V is going pretty good. I do not.
Have you previously played King's Quest V? Warning.
Oh my god. I do not have. Why is Isaac playing DMC? He wants to play it. I've already. I don't know. I have opinions on it in general. I don't know a whole lot on it, but I don't know. Let him try. I kind of have the same feelings I think you do on it, Brad. So, okay. Last we left off, we got our fortune reading.
The amulet is attached to a soft leather thong.
Isn't the amulet supposed to protect us? I think it's supposed to protect... It'll end up protecting us from the witch in the woods, was my thought. I still have the genie's lamp I don't know what to do with. Still have the gold needle and the honey I don't know what to do with.
The sullen man doesn't appear to be the conversational sort.
I'll talk to him about it, Brad. No, he's been talking about wanting to do it for a while. I don't know why he's decided to pick that game out of everything. I don't have anything. Bodhi, by the way, is on the radiator. I don't know what it's called. It's basically like a box top that makes the top of the radiator more like a shelf. And Bodhi is going crazy back and forth on it because he's staring at the birds outside. I don't know if you can hear it, but it creaks on occasion because he keeps on, like, shuffling slightly. You know what? Let's find out if it works.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm not going in there. Can't you read the sign?
Come on, Cedric. There might be something important in here.
Go if you want to. I'll wait here.
Oh, no, you're very right about that, Brad. About the DMC. It definitely was not what the fans originally wanted. I mean, that's pretty widely known. So she's not coming out anymore. Is she not coming out because I'm supposed to be allowed in here now, or because of the amulet?
The rocky, rutted footpath staggers its way through the oppressive forest to the north or to the west.
I have other games I'd rather him try and play, but trying to get him play things like Baldur's Gate is like pulling teeth. Well, that didn't work.
That old witch.
Let's see if I can go to the left. Is she a random chance? She's a random chance, I think.
That old witch caught.
Come on.
Save. If she's a random chance, I'm going to try and go over here. Yeah.
That old witch.
Either that or she always... Let me see.
The magic amulet begins to glow softly as Graham slips it over his head.
I'm tired, but I'm good, Brad. How are you?
A small door built into the trunk of a large twisted tree catches Graham's attention. Graham tugs firmly on the door in the tree, but finds it securely locked.
You're tired. It's because it's almost your bedtime.
These toads look too repulsive.
Was I not able to deal with this because I forgot to click the amulet on myself? That'd be funny. Let me see if I can go over here. Like, what's the point?
To Graham's great relief, it appears that the witch's magic has been stopped by the amulet he is wearing, just as Madame Mushka said it would.
What are you doing in my forest, young man?
Oh, I didn't know this was a private forest. Do you own it?
Of course I own it. It's mine. And what did you do to my magic?
I don't think you need to know. Now tell me something. How does one leave this confusing forest?
I'll never tell. I'm afraid you're stuck, dearie. Now you're my prisoner.
We'll see about that.
Yes, won't we?
No boy.
The dark forest seems to encase her. Though she may look like an ancient old woman, this witch is really very powerful.
I don't have an opinion on No Man's Sky as it stands today. I know that they did updates and that people have been saying pretty much what you've said.
Of all the ugly hags Graham has seen in his life, this is by far the ugliest.
But
Graham gives the wand a...
What's this?
Ah, freedom at last! Now you spend the next 500 years in a bottle.
Good. That old witch won't be seen here for a long time. But now, how to get out of this dreadful forest?
I don't know if that's what I wanted to do, but I'm fine with trying that. My butt is that forest. Is that No Man's Sky.
The dark forest seems to close in on Graham as he tentatively makes his way through it.
Okay. It left a bad taste in my mouth when it first was released. I have not bothered to look into it since then. That's pretty much it. Like I said, I know that they've made updates, but I was already hesitant about it because there was too much hype behind it, way too much hype when it was before it was released. And based off of what I had seen, I couldn't understand where the hype was coming from, and then I realized all the hype was coming from what was being promised in features, but wasn't quite shown because no one had experienced it at the time before it was released. And so that always puts me on edge and makes me think I'm not going to get it until after the day it's released to make sure it's what it is, what it says it is.
Unseen eyes seem to watch Graham.
Okay, I've heard that one. So I waited, and of course, it became the clusterfuck that it was, with all the broken promises and everything. And so I'm gonna go back to her castle. Or does this just wind around to that? So, of course, I ended up holding off on it.
Strange plants and animals inhabit this dark and dreary place, while thin rays of sunlight barely break the surface of the forest's thick. Strange.
And I watched people try to play it when it first came out, all sitting there and saying, no, it's still good, because you had all those people that were holding on out of hope that what they were feeling when they were playing it wasn't actually true, until everyone started agreeing, wow, this is crap. And like I said, I know they've made updates. I know that they fixed a lot of things. I don't know anything about it beyond that because we don't own it. So, and honestly, the game holds very little appeal to me as it is, that I haven't bothered keeping an eye on it. I mean, anyone that watches us for any period of time knows that I'm more into fantasy-based games, so my current hype is definitely on Baldur's Gate 3. Now, my little nitpick on it is, why is it called Baldur's Gate 3? Because Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 had definitive storylines that were meshed together, and it made sense that it was 1 and 2. And 3 is just, we're going to capitalize on the name. It's D&D, guys. It's not the same story, so it doesn't make sense to have the same name in the same series. But whatever. I'm fine. It's my little nitpick.
The old witch's house has been crudely fashioned from an old tree trunk and salvaged stone. Being cold and creepy, Graham finds he would just as soon hurry up and leave.
I don't know about this chest. Or this.
An interesting incense burner hangs from a protruding tree branch. Occasionally, from within it, a tiny glint winks. Tucked under a large crack in the wall, which seems to serve as a window, Graham sees an interesting wooden trunk.
What bug?
What's this? Why, it's a little key. The incense.
Oh, this is probably for the tree.
A small, intricate spinning wheel is put away in the trunk.
Am I gonna prick my finger on this shit and fall asleep? Like...
Reaching a hand into the trunk, Graham retrieves the small spinning wheel.
Yeah, I agree with you, Brad. I don't mind sci-fi. I'm fine with sci-fi, especially if it's good, but I do tend to lean towards fantasy more. I was playing more of Star Wars...
A set of stone steps, much too...
Jedi, because I still haven't beaten it last night. And I died several times trying to get reused to everything. I still like that game so much. I just got sidetracked and started playing other things, as I tend to do. But I'm so close to finishing that one, I just need to finish it. So, wait.
This appears to be a small, intricately constructed spinning wheel.
Play KOTOR 1 or 2. Very briefly. I think I own Knights of the Old Republic 1 because a friend of mine had given it to me a long time ago.
Graham finds that the little key fits perfectly in this lock. Graham is charmed to find a little golden heart inside the door of the twisted old tree.
We need that.
Reaching into the little door of the tree, Graham extracts the little golden heart.
I do need to play it at some point. I do know it's supposed to be good. I also know it's based off of the Neverwinter engine, and it's basically Star Wars using the D20 license, which is a good thing, because I know that at the time when 3rd edition was out, and the D20 license was openly available for licensing, Star Wars did have a very, very well-built tabletop pen and paper system created using the D20 license. And then if I remember correctly, they were sold to Wizards of the Coast if they weren't already part of Wizards of the Coast, and the D20 license system was revoked, and everyone lost all the ability to make anything off of that stuff. I forget the whole nuances behind that, but yeah, that was basically something that happened. Like, TSR sold to Wizards of the Coast, or was it Wizards of the Coast, and then Wizards of the Coast was bought by Hasbro, and then everyone was all like, no, you can't have people going around willy-nilly making these systems anymore. We need to control this. Can I not get out of this forest anymore? That doesn't make any sense. Unless it's like a dark forest and I just don't know where I'm going. I feel like the path is gone. Interesting. You still have an old Core Rules CD by a TSR. Is that the one that has the map maker on it, Meaty? Like the really, really old map maker that was top-down only? I have that same CD. The one that has, like, I think it's 2nd edition or something, monster manual that's built into it with all the 2nd edition stuff that you can put together. It was supposed to be a DM's helper on putting together adventures. Here to laugh about the deaths. So far, we've been doing pretty good. The problem is now I'm stuck in the forest.
Graham is already working.
How do we...
The small heart is made of pure gold.
Okay, so I'm definitely noticing that...
The pervasive gloom of the forest settles around Graham like a tight, suffocating blanket.
You actually use it for a couple campaigns. It was a pretty good tool set from what I remember. I never actually ended up using it much. I think I did make use of the map feature. Okay, we're definitely missing the way out. Yeah, because there's supposed to be something in between here. You use just about every feature. I wasn't enough into D&D at the time for me to use every single feature. There's a drawer right here.
A small leather pouch is tucked away in the drawer. Graham reaches the drawer and removes the leather pouch. The small leather pouch is drawn tightly closed. Upon opening the leather pouch, Graham discovers 3 sparkling emeralds.
3 emeralds.
The trio of sparkling emeralds dazzle the eye.
D&D does take a lot of time. That's why it's the video games are your best bet at that point.
The winding... The old witch's house has been crudely fashioned from an old tree trunk and salvaged stone.
Only game like D&D you played was Neverwinter, and that wasn't good in your opinion. Are you talking about the MMO, or are you talking about the 3D based single player with multiplayer components? I may have missed something. The MMO is it's hit or miss. It's not bad in my opinion from when I did play it. I didn't get very far in it, but geez, it's money grubby. It's so money grubby. I remember there's doing something as small as like I want to unlock one of the other classes, and so I want to pay money to the company to unlock a class. You end up finding out those classes are like $25. I remember when I first was playing it just to play it and try it because I was curious about it. And some friends I played it with at the time, one of them ended up buying... one of the pet companions, a badger, one of the ones that levels up with you. That thing cost him $30. And I was like, are you kidding? There's a single player Neverwinter. It's called Neverwinter Nights. It's older. I would take a look at some videos or something on it first. Me personally, I don't mind it, but I think it plays very oddly. We're missing this screen. So before we actually deal with the witch, let me see if there's anything else I can do. And if there's not, my top D&D type games to play in general would be Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Baldur's Gate 1 is long and isometric. I don't know how much you'd like it, even with the enhanced edition, with the upgraded graphics. The plus side is once you're done with Baldur's Gate 1, the story continues. You can import your character to Baldur's Gate 2, because Baldur's Gate 2 is high-level adventuring. And it very much uses your old character if you want it to. Otherwise, you create a whole new character at a level 9 or 10 that you would have left off in Baldur's Gate 1.
May I help you, sir?
I can't buy anything from him. Unless he'll take the golden needle. But wait, no. You know what? No.
May I help?
Because getting that cloak is probably for whatever that snow mountain is that I know that's going to come up at some point. I don't need that right now. What if this golden needle... The sled is going to be for the same thing. It's going to be for the mountain. That's
Papa, where did you put those new dog clothes Mama made?
Look in the trunk upstairs. I think I put them there.
I'll do that.
Grandpapa,
Yeah, my darling?
can I keep this doll?
Now, Katrina, you...
Alright, Grandpapa.
We already know. You're not allowed to
I'll
keep
care
that
for it.
doll. I feel like that's going to play into something. Can I keep that doll? Can I give them...
It's you again, is it? We still don't have any shoes for sale.
The weary old woman has no interest in it. The shoe...
Okay.
The magic amulet begins to glow softly as Graham slips it over his head.
I'm going to stop talking about other things while I try to pay attention, because I think I might have missed something the witch said.
To Graham's great relief, it appears that the witch's magic has been stopped by the amulet he is wearing, just as Madame Mushka said it would.
What are you doing in my forest, young man?
Oh, I didn't know this was a private forest. Do you own it?
Of course I own it. It's mine. And what did you do to my magic?
I don't think you need to know. Now tell me something. How does one leave this confusing forest?
I'll never tell. I'm afraid you're stuck, dearie. Now you're my prisoner.
We'll see about that.
Yes, won't we?
Mumbling and muttering to herself, the ugly old hag refuses to indulge in any further conversation with Graham.
She still has stuff.
Mumbling and muttering to herself, the ugly old hag even though the old witch is now powerless to inflict her evil magic on Graham, Graham also finds himself powerless to do anything about her.
She's like smacking her lips heavily. I think she blocks the way into here doing this. She does.
Mumbling and muttering to herself, the ugly old hag refuses to indulge in any further conversation with Graham. The amulet is already working its defense.
So we know how to trap her. But getting out of this forest... Do we just have to keep on moving around a bit?
Mumbling and muttering to herself, the ugly old hag, of all the ugly hags Graham has seen in his life,
Well, I trapped her in the bottle, but...
Mumbling and muttering to herself, the ugly old hag refuses to indulge in any further conversation with Graham.
What's this?
Ah, freedom at last! Now you spend the next 500 years in a bottle.
I already did this, though, and I couldn't get out of the forest.
Good. That old witch won't be seen here for a long time. But now, how to get out of this dreadful forest?
Okay, so I already did that. So if I want to move ahead... I'm missing the emeralds. You can't open the bottle again because it's not here, and it vanishes. I'm going back to the house. Because I missed this drawer here.
A small leather pouch is tucked. Graham reaches the drawer.
There's something else here, maybe?
The old witch's house. The old witch. The old witch's.
Nothing there.
Upon opening the leather pouch,
Okay.
Graham discovers 3 sparkling emeralds. The leather pouch contains 3.
Already grabbed the trunk.
The trunk is now empty.
Trunk had the key in it. No, the trunk had the spindle. What about the wand? I doubt the wand can be used at the moment.
The dark forest seems to encase the... Graham gives the wand a good shake, but it only fizzles. Graham gives...
Oh, God, Cam.
Graham is already wearing the amulet around his neck. Unseen eyes seem...
You join the chat and all Dilly says is, "Oh God, Kem," because I read what you said. And I'm not reading it on in like the video because it's gross. But welcome to pets. I'm on the right track. That's so vague.
Graham gives the wand. Graham gives the wand. Graham.
I'll just say walk behind the tree where you got the heart and keep going west. Okay. If it's something relatively obscure, maybe on a frog. The wand is just fizzling, though.
Graham.
I don't think the wand is supposed to be used yet. It's obscure. Is it just moving through the forest in a specific way? So, if this is an old fairy tale type thing, and if it's not about like moving to the west to find a secret path, then it's moving counterclockwise to unravel a spell. But I thought I had done that before, unless it's because I haven't walked around the heart, the tree with the heart. I'm gonna try that real quick. Go to the stone that blocks the west way. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Nope, nope, nope. I don't know the things your youngest has done lately. I think I saw some of the stuff you were talking about yesterday. Like this?
A large, rock-like creature blocks further passage to the west. Graham gives the wand a good shake, but it only...
Large rock-like creature. Wouldn't that be an old school troll? But I don't know if that was well known at the time.
Graham gives the... Graham...
Wasn't there a prince she took?
A large, rock-like creature blocks further passage to the west. These toads look too repulsive to catch.
Can I catch a toad
This
with the bag?
situation seems to require very careful thought.
No, because that's for the Yeti. Use the honeycomb? Are you kidding?
Graham squeezes the honeycomb as hard as he can, which causes the honey to drip out of it onto the ground, creating a sticky little puddle at his feet. Now all that's left of the honeycomb is a piece of beeswax, which Graham puts back in his pocket.
I just remembered pushing up Rose's video on this part. She was so angry with this part, and she knows these ones. But yeah, no, I vaguely remember this now. This, yeah. You're supposed to walk away and come back, and a frog is caught in it or something. Now the emerald's on the rock 3 times.
A sticky puddle of honey lies on...
No.
The trio of... Graham carries a softened lump of beeswax.
No, there's something...
Please, let me go. I beg of you.
Why should I do that? What will you do for me?
I'll show you the way out of the forest, if you let me go.
How do I know I can trust you?
I give you my word. An elf never breaks his word.
Well, it's against my better judgment, but okay.
Move over, Rocky. You're in our way.
Sorry.
What? Are you fucking kidding me?
Follow me.
Yeah, his
In
cheeks.
here.
Yeah, this was an incredible...
Graham has entered...
There's a few very, very, very obscure puzzles in this one. One of them I know is this pie is to be used to defend yourself from a yeti. I'm very much aware of that. I'm also aware that in order to empower a wand generator later on, we're going to need to throw a piece of moldy cheese into it, but there's no indication that moldy cheese powers a wand generator.
Warning, this cartoon contains material that may be necessary for...
It was an elf vulture. That's what he said he was. He was an elf.
Hey, over here. I've got something for you.
The rock thing, it was Rocky.
I never take anything without giving in return. For your generosity in giving me those... Follow that passage over there. It's the way out of the dark forest.
Thank you very much for all your help. I'm sure I'll be able to find a use for these fine shoes.
I love how the elf's statement was cut short by his second statement. He's all like, for your generosity, here's some shoes. It was a rock lobster? Are you... No. No, was it? Are you just making things up, or is that literally what it was? A brownie at best? No, that's an elf. So, remember that...
Oh, I'm glad to see you're okay. I was beginning to worry.
You were right not to want to venture in that dark forest, Cedric. I thought I'd never get out of there alive.
Remember that King's Quest is based off of fairy tale fantasy, not like D&D fantasy or anything. So as much as in D&D that would have been more like a brownie, that was straight up. He said that he was an elf. So he's old school fairy tale elf. Think like the elf for like the elves that help the shoemaker. Hence the shoes.
This is the finest pair of shoes Graham has ever seen, although a bit small for his feet.
Which means we need to give them away to the shoemaker. I'm betting anything. Oh, you're just joking. What about this bird? Catch it in the bag.
The bluebird doesn't seem to care about it.
Oh, so we need to give the bluebird something. Wait. We're gonna give the golden heart first. Because she just whines and cries.
Please, don't bother me anymore. Let me weep in peace.
Oh my God.
My heart, you found it. I don't need this old thing anymore. It's me, I'm a princess again. Herbert.
Alicia.
Herbert.
Where have you been all this time, my love?
Oh, darling. Just take me home. I'll tell you on the way.
Oh my God.
Now, why would she toss aside this beautiful harp? Well, if she doesn't want it, I'll take it.
Just a stuck-up little princess. I don't need this stupid thing anymore. Tosses it on the ground.
It is a small harp of beautifully carved mahogany. Having learned to play the harp long ago, Graham now plays beautifully.
Okay.
Cedric seems to be thinking.
Cedric only ever thinks deep thoughts and crap like that.
I don't take charity. Where did you get this? I thought I had lost it.
Oh, is it yours? I found it in the old witch's house in the dark forest.
So that's where it got to. The old hag took it, eh? You know, this ain't an ordinary spinning wheel.
It's not? Well, what's so special about
Turned
it?
straw into gold.
Why, this spinning wheel can spin straw into gold, that's what. Except you've got to know who to use it. I doubt even the witch could figure that out. Thank you for bringing it back to me.
Now wait, not so fast. How about that marionette? Don't you think the price of the spinning wheel is worth at least twice that of the puppet? I'd love to have it.
Yeah, I guess so. Boy, give that marionette to the man here. I'll make you a new one. Come on, boy. Let's gather up some wood for a new puppet.
Boy, that toy you like, give it over. Don't judge me, Cedric.
Graham tries to open the small door, but finds it securely locked. Graham attempts to open the little window, but finds it bolted shut.
This gnome just is like way too afraid of people taking his shit.
The craftsmanship of the marionette is superb.
I mean, I was gonna try and take its shit.
The side door is locked.
Why would I try and use this again?
Carefully, Graham searches through the haystack, but doesn't see anything of importance.
So, I don't have any way of still getting myself out of that basement. I saved the rat, so we have that, but getting myself out of the locked room, still don't know how to. The bakery, last I could tell, I can't. It's like useless to me now because I've already gotten what I needed to out of it. I mean, if we get stuck, I can always go back in there. But last time I checked, it was like there's nothing else to do in there. I like how Cedric is supposed to be our guide, and all he does is fly around and just watch us. Nope, not that one. Okay, let's do... Hold on.
Come on in. Look around.
Papa, where did you put those new dog clothes, Mom?
Look in this trunk.
I'll just...
We've heard this multiple times.
Where did you get this wunderbar marionette? The craftsmanship is excellent.
Well, I don't know if you'll believe me or not, but I got it from a little gnome.
I must have it. Can I buy it from you?
Actually, you may have it if you'll give me the sled in trade.
Why, of course. But I must tell you, I think I'm getting the better deal. I can always make another sled, but finding another marionette of this quality... Ich weiß nicht.
So, can I have the sled?
Yeah, take it, it's yours.
Thank you very much. I think I'll find this sled very useful.
Well, you enjoy it, and danke for the marionette.
We just stuck that sled in our pants. Now we don't ever have to talk to them again, hopefully.
It's you again, is it? We still don't have any shoes for sale.
What have we here? Mama, take those shoes from the young man. Let me see them. These are the finest pair of shoes I've ever seen. The leather is soft and pliable, yet sturdy. The craftsmanship of these shoes are superb. And Mama, look at the solid gold buckle. Why, I could retire from the sale of these shoes.
Then the shoes are yours. I don't think I could find a better use for them.
You are a godsend, young man. How can we ever repay you?
You don't need to repay me. Just knowing I helped you is enough for me.
Well, it ain't much, but it's all I've got to give. Here, take my cobbler's hammer. Perhaps you can find a use for it.
What?
Since I'll be retiring, I won't need it anymore. Thanks to you.
Why, thank you. A hammer could be very useful on my journey.
What?
Take care, young man. We'll never forget this.
That's right, son. We'll finally be able to retire in comfort. You'll be in our hearts from now on. Come on, Mama, let's go home. Let's celebrate our good fortune.
Plot twist, they never sell those shoes. Oh my god.
The old shop is empty.
The old man has a heart attack for the joy.
leather to make shoes.
Okay.
May I help you? My golden needle! Wherever did you find it?
It was in a haystack by the country inn.
By the inn? Oh yes, I remember visiting there not long ago. Oh, vulgar man, that innkeeper. He has no scruples at all.
Well, I'm glad to see you've got your golden needle back. I wonder, could you possibly see fit to give me that wonderful cloak in exchange for it?
The cloak? Well, why not? It's yours, for the price of a golden needle.
Thank you, kind sir. I'm sure it will help me on my travel.
I'm sure it will. Good luck. Au revoir.
Oh my god. Okay. I thought that was likely to happen, but I wasn't certain.
This fine cloak is thick and warm. It is a tiny brass key.
What if that's like a magic key and allows me to actually open up the lock in the inn? Because... the only other option I'm thinking of is the snake. Well, there's the snake and there's the bluebird. Actually, technically, wouldn't a bird be able to chase a snake off? Let's hit it with a hammer. We're not going to be able to hit it with a hammer.
That won't convince the snake to leave. That won't... The bluebird is too busy. What a wonderful bluebird. It could almost make Graham happy again if it wasn't for his family. The bluebird is too busy taking a bath to answer Graham. The bluebird doesn't seem to care about...
Oh boy.
The
Hit the bluebird over the head with a hammer.
The bluebird doesn't seem to care about it.
Ignore the snake and the bird? Okay. Let me see if somehow I have to deal with the inn at this point. I might actually have what I need for it, and I just don't know. Let's see.
Ooh, I'll wait for you out here.
Playing the...
Gentlemen, please excuse me. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Wait.
Diana's full, ain't got no more rooms.
Hey, boss, this guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him?
I was going to see what playing the harp meant.
Struggle as he might, Graham could not escape his bonds.
That's until the rat comes and helps us.
I told you
I call that rat. Scary looking.
Graham stoops down. That won't. That. The key won't fit this lock. Graham has unfortunately found himself locked in the... In one corner of the cellar, Graham notices a large rat hole. Graham has unfortunately found himself locked in the country inn's dusty, dirty cellar.
Is he supposed to hide?
Graham has unfortunately found himself a small set of rickety wooden
stairs.
Graham gives the wand a good shake, but it only... Graham gives the wand... The pouch is already open. A small set of rickety wooden stairs lead up to the cellar door. A small set of rickety... A rusty padlock securing the door prevents Graham from leaving.
There we go.
Using the cobbler's hammer, Graham pounds on the rusty padlock until it breaks apart. A small... Inside the cupboard, Graham sees a large, juicy leg of lamb. Reaching into the open cupboard, Graham pulls out the savory leg of lamb.
I hope I'm not timed, and I probably am.
Graham looks around the inn's kitchen and finds it rather sparse and untidy. Graham looks around. In the corner of the...
Okay. So, Seivu. I don't know which way is going to be the bad way to go. This way. Hi, guys.
We gotta plan our next job, you guys. Hey! How did you get out of the cellar?
I like how he obviously sees them over there, and he's like, yeah, okay, I'll just walk over there.
Rub them out for good.
That wasn't a very smart move.
You were wrong about the snake, but I need the lamp for... Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I know I have to do something with the snake. I just don't know what.
Finding the kitchen door locked, Graham unlocks it before going outside.
Okay. So this allows us to go in and out in case we had missed anything.
Graham can see an unbreakable padlock on the barn door.
No. Okay.
This is a large, mouth-watering leg of lamb.
What are we going to do with this leg of lamb?
A tambourine lies on the ground. Not seeing the tambourine's owner, Graham bends down and rescues it from the ground. It is an ordinary tambourine.
It's really badly designed. Like, graphically, that's a really weird tambourine design. Yeah, we have a harp in our inventory. We now have a tambourine. I have a feeling that music is going to work on the snake if it's not the bluebird. But at the same time, there's this salt water here. Like, I feel like we're supposed to do something with the salt water, but I might be totally wrong.
Graham gives the wand a good shake, but it
only fizzles and dies. It's gonna do that for the longest time ever. I mean, I'd need a bottle or something for the salt water, but... Let's see if we can talk to him. Out of curiosity, can we talk to the wizard and get anything new out of him?
Don't be wasting your time coming in here. Young man, I've done all I can for you. Now it's up to you. Well, anyway, I'm not going to be here for a little while. There's an emergency I have to attend to in a neighboring land. I'll try to keep an eye out for you, but this is something you and Cedric are going to have to do yourselves. I wish you the best, King Graham.
I appreciate all you've done, Crispin. I'll be on my way now.
I feel like one of the other Sierra games references Crispin, and it might be Quest for Glory. But I might be totally wrong. There is a wizard in Quest for Glory 1, and I know he references a wizard that's in King's Quest, and it might be Crispin. But Quest for Glory 1 was also on an older engine, so it wouldn't have been made anywhere near the time that this... It would have been made before this. So I don't know why it would have referenced him.
Begone, you slithery varmint! Scat!
What? How the fuck? Oh, it looks better right here now. It looks weird there. What? What? Really?
A few hours later, Graham dons his warm cloak for protection against the freezing mountain air.
Okay. We're at 119 out of 260. We're easily halfway done, but considering how Sierra game puzzles work, we probably are a bit further
I've
in the...
never been here before, but I think this is the way over the mountains.
Okay, so is there nothing to do with the bluebird at all? The bluebird's like a red herring? It would totally be a red herring. Wow, nothing.
Looking upwards, Graham can see a snowy ledge above the steep cliff next to him. Cedric is too...
Oh, no, you keep it, Graham. It's much too hard to fly and carry things at the same time.
You don't want to help? Seriously?
Oh, be careful, Graham.
Thanks for playing King's Quest.
That was the most pathetic death. That was so pathetic. He's like, oh yeah, I fell like 6 feet. Dead. No, I probably have to do it right here.
Graham notices his stomach beginning to rumble with hunger.
Are you kidding? Is that why you have this?
Graham finds the leg of lamb a bit tough, but tasty enough. Filling up quickly, he saves the other half for later.
There's a hunger mechanic.
Oh, be careful!
You want to get your rope? No? He's going to climb down, isn't he? It's not even a regular hunger mechanic, it's just forced on you at this point, I'm thinking.
Graham can see tempting rock outcroppings protruding from the midst of the frozen waterfall.
Are you kidding? We're going to have to do a jump puzzle with a point and click?
No, stay away from the edge!
That last step was a doozy.
Cedric is so useless there.
Ooh, do be careful, Graham.
You have to use this. So not that one. That one breaks. So we gotta go that one. Okay. That's hysterical. Oh my god. How does a bird allow himself to get taken by a wolf? Please don't tell me I have to do any clicking. How is this an okay thing to be sledding on? We're moving so fast. I'm guessing if you attempt to walk, you won't move fast enough to help Cedric.
Drat, my sled is broken.
Burp, yeah, that's amazing.
The broken sled is now no... Uh-oh. That...
We're gonna do that again. That was great.
Cedric!
Oh, Gas Guardian. I'm sorry you're sick. This is the best sledding experience ever. I'm gonna save after this because this sled experience actually takes forever. Bodhi hears birds and now he's back. Buddy.
Drat, my sled is broke.
Okay. We can talk to all types of creatures because of Crispin, I remember.
What's wrong, Mr. Eagle?
I'm so weak from hunger. I haven't been able to catch any food for days. I can barely fly anymore.
I'd like to help you. Let me see what I can do.
Thank you. I need food.
Considering eagles are such apex predators, I think we should let it die because Darwinism.
Here, take this. Perhaps it will help you.
Buddy. Buddy.
You are a kind man to share your meager food with a poor bird, especially up here in these snowy mountains.
Well, I couldn't just stand there and let you starve to death. What kind of person would I be?
You have shown yourself to be a kind, compassionate man, and I will not forget what you did for me. Goodbye, dear friend.
Okay. Yeah, Random Eagle, thank you for thanking me. What?
I am Queen Isabella, and you have entered my domain now. I command you to kneel before me. Since both you and your friend over there have so thoughtlessly invaded my territory without my permission or knowledge, I have decided you shall both be put to death.
What?
Take him away, my pet.
Warning. This cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information or clues to complete this game.
I'm glad it
Please
was the
be
first
sure
thing
to
it
check your
chose.
inventory.
Wait, my pet.
Queen Isabella. Who is so easily charmed by a harp being played.
That was very lovely music. I've never heard anything quite that beautiful before.
It's because you live up here in
I think I felt my
solitude.
heart melting. Just a little bit. Just enough, that is, to allow you a chance for your freedom. A vicious Yeti has entered the area and taken up residence in my prized crystal cave. So far, I have been unable to extricate him from either the cave or my territory. If you can rid me of the Yeti, I will release both you and your owl friend, and you two can continue on your journey unhindered. You may rise now. I wish you luck in defeating the Yeti. If you succeed, you will have my undying gratitude. Go with him, Sir Grey Wolf. Show him the way to the Crystal Cave. You may go now. Sir Grey Wolf will lead the way.
Sir Grey Wolf, I don't want to tell her this, but the reason why she can't defeat the Yeti is she doesn't know what a custard pie is. Bet she's cold in bed. I was gonna say she's relatively hot.
Yonder's the Crystal Cave. There you will find the Yeti.
Please tell me I can talk to him again.
I don't know how you expect me to conquer a Yeti. Why, he's got to be at least twice as big as me, and much, much more powerful. What do you expect me to do?
That is your problem, not mine. It has been decreed by Queen Isabella, and I must carry out her wishes. Now, no more talking. Go to the Crystal Cave.
Oh, he was the funniest doggo ever. He looks like drug addict raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. You don't make fun of Rocket that way. We're done. What are we waiting on? Oh. It was like just sitting there. That was really weird.
Through the yawning entrance of the cave, Graham can see many beautiful crystals sparkling and flashing from within. As strong as he is, even Graham can't break the stubborn crystal with his bare hands. So very gently, Graham hits the beautiful crystal several times with his hammer until it breaks loose in one piece. He then carefully places it among his other possessions.
I just like how easy it was to kill the Yeti with a pie.
Brilliant crystals flashing and sparkling and
Bodhi.
reflecting off the numerous waterfalls caused Graham to gaze in awe and wonderment at the dazzling spectacle before him. The brilliant crystal shard feels smooth in Graham's hands.
What do you do with a crystal shard?
Brilliant.
Stab Isabella with it. Isabella's gonna let us go since we got rid of the Yeti, I think. Or so I thought. Stab the dog with it. I mean, the
That
wolf.
will do nothing.
We need to talk to him again. He's amazing.
I see that the Yeti is dead. Queen Isabella will be pleased. Come, follow me.
Oh my god. The wolf's voice.
Warning, this cartoon contains material that may be...
Oh my god, that warning, I swear.
Ah, good. You have returned in victory, I presume.
Yes, Your Majesty. The Yeti is dead. He will no longer be a scourge upon your realm. Are my friend and I free to go now?
Yes. I keep my promises. I want to thank you for ridding my mountain domain of the horrible Yeti. Please rise, King Graham. Yes, I know who you are, and I have been informed of your quest. I do wish you luck against the wizard Mordak. You two may go. We wish you well on your difficult journey. Sir Grey Wolf will show you the way out of the mountains.
Graham's duty's done. The large gray wolf now sits in silence.
Damn it. Okay, so the crystal cave you were still able to access. Where the heck are we going? Oh, I didn't even think we were going this way.
Graham, watch out!
What? Can Cedric, like, give us notice because he's all the way high up and can see this stuff happening way in advance? Graham, there's a giant two-headed vulture on its way over to you. No, let's wait until you're at the top and then, Graham, watch out!
Graham rescues a lovely golden locket from the leafy clutches of the rock's nest.
Nice birdie. Good birdie.
Hang on, I'll get you out of this.
How does an ordinary eagle do this? They took my cloak.
Oh, Graham, where have you been? I've been looking all over for you.
You'd never believe it, Cedric. You'd never believe it.
You couldn't see where we went. I don't trust him anymore. It's done. It's done. Our friendship is broken.
It is a lovely golden locket on a delicate chain. Upon opening the locket, Graham sees a portrait of an older couple in regal attire. It is a lovely... The heavy iron bar is a bit rusted from being out in the weather. Having other things on it.
Oh my god, you have other things on your mind.
Graham notices a ship's bell hanging near the door of the house.
This is how you
Graham
knock.
pounds on the door, but he finds it bolted from the inside. He can, however, hear activity within.
Oh my god.
Who are you? And what are you doing on my beach?
It's Tom Hanks.
I'm King Graham of Daventry, and I'm on a journey to find the way to Mordak's Island. But I seem to be stuck. I don't know where to go from here.
Hey, what's that you say?
He can't hear us.
You still here?
Please help me. I need your help.
I can't hear you. Can't understand a thing you said. Gotta speak up, boy. Now get out of here. What do you want?
I just need some information.
What's that you say? Quit bothering me!
Do you know where the wizard Mordak lives?
What? Speak louder, boy!
Oh my god, Graham.
Don't you know you're trespassing on my beach?
I don't know where to go from here.
Hey, what's that? Get out of here!
Can you help me?
I can't understand you.
I want him to see if he stops.
Leave me alone!
My family has been kidnapped by Mordak. I need to find him.
Gotta speak up, boy! I can't help you.
You've got to help me.
Hey?
He's always saying something new.
Now what?
Please take the time to listen to me.
What? I can't understand. Go away! Leave me alone!
I need help to find Mordak's island.
I can't hear you! Speak up!
Is he recycling anything he says yet?
Skedaddle! This ain't your beach!
I think I'm lost. I need your help.
I can't hear you! Speak up!
Ooh, isn't this a funny house, Graham? What kind of person would live in a place like this?
Has he not been paying attention to the guy coming out?
Now what do you want?
I think you can help me if you would only listen.
I can't hear you! Speak up!
Yeah, why can't Graham speak up?
I ain't interested!
Can you tell me how to get to Mordak's island?
I can't hear you! Speak up!
Okay. I don't know if I'm on the right path and I'm just supposed to keep on clicking until he eventually listens. That seems ridiculous.
Look, Graham, there's a boat here. Maybe we can use it.
A cascading waterfall, though very beautiful, nevertheless cuts off further travel up the coast.
Come on, Cedric, get in the boat.
This isn't gonna work.
Aye, aye, Captain. Watch out, there's a hole in the boat.
Help! Help!
Thanks for playing King's Quest 5.
We couldn't figure that out ahead of time.
Firmly, Graham wedges the softened piece of beeswax into the small hole in the boat's hull. Hopefully, the wax will hold and make her seaworthy.
God. His sister? He doesn't have a sister.
Come on, Cedric, get in the boat.
You're talking about Rosella? That's his daughter.
Captain.
Far in the distance, Graham can make out small rocky islands.
Graham, watch out!
That was a nasty sea creature.
We have to get that old man to listen to us somehow. Is there a way to walk over here? Can we just beat the old man with a hammer?
A makeshift house, a makeshift... Graham hasn't been invited into the house. Graham hasn't been... Graham...
Who are you? And what are you doing on my beach?
I'm King Graham.
Hey? What?
He just keeps on saying the same thing over and over.
You still here?
Please help.
I can't understand it.
So you do have a period of time where you can do that.
What do you want? What's that?
Graham hasn't... The delicate locket would never fit around Graham's muscular neck. The brilliant crystal shard feels smooth in Graham.
Yeah, I'm fine with the hint.
Quit bothering me.
Do you know where the wizard...
What?
Ignore him, it's fluff. It's not exactly him, but I am very appreciative of that. Okay. Before we continue, I am going to take a quick grabbing coffee break, and I will be right back. Okay. We are back. So I have a feeling that this whole thing's going to be based off of a map again. So, that being said, I'm going to draw down
Come on, Cedric, get in the boat.
Aye, aye, Captain.
This is going to be entertaining. See how far south we can go before we hit a sea monster. Let me take my wrist wrap off. This is a little much right now.
Graham, watch out!
Okay.
That was a nasty secret.
I'm gonna save it right as we enter the sea.
Come on, Cedric, get in the...
Aye, aye.
So that we have a start point and we can stop doing that part. We'll do it here. Oh, whatever. Okay, so let's go north, and I think we can go one safely, and then we get stopped. No, we cannot. It's fine by me. That's so this might be smaller, and I'm very thankful if this is smaller. Okay. I have a feeling this is death.
Graham, watch out!
That was a nasty secret.
This might actually be shorter than the desert, thankfully. Okay. One down. Nothing. So, if I'm correct, I should be able to go down one safely, and then I'll be a sea monster down south from here. Let's find out. Yep.
Graham, watch out!
That was a nasty secret.
I used to live for these kinds of games back in the day where you had to do the maps. There was just something fun about busting out the pen and paper and figuring out a basic thing like a map on your own. Like the old D&D games that put you into first-person perspective in the dungeons. You took out some graph paper and you drew out your own maps. And it's so cumbersome to a lot of people these days, but it was just something fun and just really, really enjoyable about just being able to create your own maps, and especially when you found the secrets and you got to put it in. Or once you finished mapping out an entire dungeon and you found out, hey, there's a secret wall here or something along those lines. This should be another sea monster, but I want to make sure.
Graham, watch out!
That was a...
So, here. One. I showed one on stream briefly, which was an old D&D game that was on the Genesis, known as Warriors of the Eternal Sun. That was a long time ago I showcased that, but that one was that was one I really, really liked when I was younger. I mean, I liked RPGs, and I got talked into by a friend to buy the Genesis, thinking it was like gonna be a better system, and of course it had a lot less RPGs than the Super Nintendo did. But at least I had things like Shining Force 1 and 2. And then I had Warriors of the Eternal Sun.
Graham, watch out!
That was a...
You know, there's an easier way for me to do this. Here's 2 over. Here's 3. And we'll go over 4. I'm going to start saving with a number. I mean, it'd be ridiculous, but whatever. Here's 3. So we should be able to go 4. Okay, so this is 4. Save. Ocean 4.
Graham, watch out!
I'm just being thorough.
That was a...
And now we should be able to go at least 2 down. Oh.
Look, Graham. Ooh, an island. Perhaps we should explore it.
Yes, I think we should, Cedric.
Ooh, Graham, I don't like the looks of this.
Me neither.
Harpies?
Help
Why? Why is Cedric always taken like that?
Where did you find him, Manada? We found him on the beach. Isn't he luscious? I don't know. He doesn't look like my type. What do you think, Krulina? I think he looks too old and tough. I like my meals to be young and tender. Don't be so picky. I'm tired of fish. I haven't had a man in months. What's he doing? What's that thing? I don't know, but I want it. Hey, that's not fair. Come on and get her, girl. Get her.
Half hidden in the coarse island grass, Graham notices an old fish hook. Graham quickly bends down and rescues the fishhook from the ground.
Okay.
The sandy path ends at 2 narrow ledges overhanging the craggy island. The sandy...
Harpy get burned.
That last step was a doozy.
So going down, let's see, can I go to the right one? Okay, so this is gonna be... So if you go to the left, it should be the island. And if I go down one more, I should be dead by the sea monster.
Graham, watch out!
That was a...
I'm trying to just map to make sure I don't miss anything, because the perspective when you're on that island is really wonky. Okay, so you can see the island from here.
Graham, watch out!
Oh.
That
That's interesting. Okay. We might have hit the end.
That was a...
So this should be death too?
Graham, watch out!
So there's only one other section I haven't tried for death, but I have a feeling that all that's out here is the one island. Because I should be able to go over here and it should be the island. Yep. So that's not too bad to map out this one.
An island. Perhaps we should explore it.
The desert would have been a little bit more. And yeah, there's something on the beach there. I want to see this again.
Ooh, Graham, I don't like the looks of this.
Me neither.
I like how... I like how Cedric could fly away and get away from them, and he's always getting kidnapped.
Where did you find him, Manada? We found him on the beach. Isn't he luscious? I don't know. He doesn't look like my type. What do you think, Krulina? I think he looks too old and tough. I like my meals to be young and tender. What's he doing? What's that thing? I don't know, but I want it. Hey, what's up here? Come on and get her, girl. Get her.
So, let's do...
Graham quickly bends down and rescues the fishhook from the ground.
Fishhook, huh? Could have flown away. Instead, just chooses to die.
From the nearby beach, a sandy path continues upward to a high point.
Well, Cedric's dead. Guess there's nothing to do but to kill ourselves. No.
Poor Cedric. Having been seriously wounded by the vicious harpies, he now lies moaning and in pain upon the sandy path.
Graham, help me.
Cedric, where do you hurt?
Ooh, everywhere.
Everywhere. Put him in our pocket.
Graham notices a large conch shell lying delicately upon the sandy beach.
Magic conch shell?
Graham bends over and picks up the beautifully colored shell. Graham can almost hear the ocean inside the spiral shell of the conch.
Well, we dumped Cedric into the boat, so I'm assuming we have to take him back to the old man. Okay, so I know where I am thanks to my map. I should go 4 west. 3 west, I'm sorry. 1... 2... Why can the owl talk? Hopefully it doesn't give you tutorials. He's been relatively quiet, but I don't know. I don't know what happens if I go west one more at this point. So I'm gonna try. I think it might be death. Oh, wow, it took us directly here. That's convenient. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Because the island is 3 screens, the ocean is 3 screens tall. No, I wanted to get Cedric. Or you need the conch for the old man.
Graham hasn't been invited.
Don't you know you're trespassing on my beach?
I don't know where to go from here.
Hey, what's that? What's this? Now, what were you wanting?
My owl friend is
It's not
hurt.
how conches
He was
work.
wounded by the harpies.
Wounded by the harpies, did you say? We'll bring him on into the house. I'll fix him right up.
His
Good
mouth
as
no
new.
longer moves. It's not how conch shells work.
Lay him on the bed there. These poultices should fix the little feller up good as new.
Ooh, I'm feeling better already. Tell me, what was in those poultices? My employer would be very interested in them.
Hey, what was that?
I said, what was in those poultices? My employer would be interested in them.
Gifts from the sea, lad. Gifts from the sea. Ain't nothing special. You just gotta know how to use them. I don't think he'd find them particularly interesting. Now, son, what was it you were trying to tell me before?
I was trying to find out where the wizard Mordak's island is. He kidnapped my family and is holding them hostage there. I must get to them before it's too late.
Look how
Oh,
ripped
I'm right
Graham
sorry to
is.
hear about that. He's a nasty one, that Mordak. I wouldn't want to tangle with him. I tried to talk you out of going there, except I can see you can't leave your poor defenseless family unaided. I can enlist someone who can lead you straight to his island. Follow me outside.
The cutscene, Graham that's being so ripped.
Pearl, this man needs your help. He needs you to lead him to Mordak's island. It's a real emergency. Mordak's holding his family hostage. Pearl can't speak human talk, but she's agreed to help you. Just get on into your boat and follow her.
Cedric and I want to thank you for all your help, Mr.
Don't worry about who I am. You just get on over to that there island and take care of your family.
Aye, aye, sir. We're off. Come on, Cedric.
Oh boy. Cedric's still there. Are you gonna move with us? Okay, at least I don't have to click to follow her. $4 grams. Maybe this is why Mordak's evil. He just lives in a very evilly place.
No! Watch out for the rocks, Graham!
Brace yourself, Cedric!
Just broke her own ship.
Help me, I'm caught! Oh, help!
Are you all right, Cedric?
Well, let me see. Oh, I'm fine, Graham. Just a bit ruffled is all.
Ugh, a dead fish.
This is the second time we've had a dead fish.
Phew. This smelly old fish is disgusting. Now what? Graham's boat has been dashed to pieces against the jagged rocks of Mordak's Island. Unfortunately, nothing can be done about the wrecked boat.
I'm actually rather surprised we've made it this far so far without having too many issues. Nope. I want to see if I can go. Nope. Okay, apparently there's only one way to go.
No, Graham, don't!
Uh-oh. That last step was a doozy.
No, Graham, don't!
Uh-oh. That last step was a doozy.
What the fuck?
Oh, no, you...
What the fuck, Graham? 2 feet. Dead. You could say this place is kind of fishy. Stop it.
Oh, I don't like this place. It's creepy.
Are we gonna have a never-ending story moment and just be blasted by laser beams in between these two? Yes.
Too bad.
My God.
Two monstrous statues with burned-out eyes face each other across the narrow trail leading to Mordak's castle.
No, it was lightning. Same thing. Oh my God, climb this.
Well, it looks like there's no way in. Let's turn back.
Come on, Cedric.
Watch out for that last step. Oh my God. This is perfect.
The strange castle, so close now, intimidates Graham as it towers threateningly before him. The strange castle.
Oh. I thought I was gonna have to climb it.
See? Dead end. Let's go back now.
No, I'll figure this out.
Graham notices a rusted grate embedded into a stone platform next to Mordak's castle. Graham tugs hard on the grate, but soon finds it's rusted in place.
Uh-oh. I have to take this. Be right back. I just noticed I muted in 2 spots. I said I was going to reload that because I didn't hear anything that might have been said because of that. It's an interview confirmation. I really don't want that position. But it's sort of like a stopgap type of idea.
Graham tugs hard on the grate, but soon finds it's rusted in place and can't be budged.
Oh, wait. Why do we have to prop this up? I guess it's heavy.
Oh, you're crazy to go down into that dark hole. You don't know what's down there.
Well, do you have any better ideas?
No, mind if I wait for you here?
No, that's a good idea, Cedric. You be the lookout out here.
Yes. I'll be the lookout. Ooh, be careful, Graham.
Oh boy. Please don't be another map area. It's another mapped area. So, okay. This seems to be the way this game wants to run. Can you climb out?
The hole is much too...
So it looks like... Are you kidding? What the hell? I don't want to map this out. I'm gonna get the map through the walkthrough. Hold on. Just because the perspective was really weird, and when I thought I was walking back to map it out, it wasn't map. It didn't move me back. Let me see. What the hell? Oh, this is bad. This is infuriatingly bad. Yeah, it's beyond weird. So you're facing north. So you can technically map this out with graph paper, but this is just... It changes the direction you're facing depending on where you're walking. So I was facing north before, now I'm facing west. So it goes... Oh my god. So this is north, going to the right. So you go 2 squares over, and then to the right through here. Now I'm facing north again. That doesn't make any sense. Just like real life, how immersive. It's also infuriating. Because, like, where the hell are you?
Graham looks around in terrified confusion as he finds himself in a...
Oh my god. Why isn't he moving? I'm trying to get to one of the 4 corners first. I saw what the walkthrough says you have to do. And considering this...
A huge beast, sporting a fluffy topknot, bound in a crude hairpin on top of his head, skulks in one dark corner of the labyrinth. Graham reaches down and grabs the hairpin off the labyrinth floor. The hairpin is made of a carved piece of bone with a sharp metal clip attached to it.
Okay. You like the tambourine? Yeah. I think this is the starting point, facing south. No, facing east. Oh my god. Yeah, if I had tried mapping this out, it would have been a nightmare. Because I would have been trying to figure this out too much. So my current thing is... Excuse me. I'm going to look up and see what I have to do. You have to take the hairpin. So there's 4 beasts in 4 different corners. You need to give him the tambourine, and then he gives you the hairpin. You take the hairpin towards the pantry door. I see where that is. Use the hairpin on the door to unlock it. Okay, and I'm not going to look at anything else. There's another thing. There's a dungeon room. I don't know what that is. I have a feeling we're going to have to come back in here. I don't want to deal with this maze section. So I don't want to go straight. So now I'm facing south. So I want to go this way. Now I want to go straight. Now I want to go to my left. And then I should have to go to my right. Go to my left. Go to my right. I should be going to my left again. Hold on. I scrolled down too much. Left again. I should be going up to my left. And then just constantly moving forward should get me to the pantry door from here. There it is. This is absolutely infuriating.
Graham inserts the hairpin into the door's large keyhole and discovers, to his amazement, that it fits perfectly. Turning it ever so gently, he soon hears a soft click, and the door is unlocked.
Well, your perspective changes depending on which direction you end up moving, and I would not have easily have figured that out on my own. Not right away, not because nothing else in the game has done that. This is the first time where your perspective is just up and changed on you.
A set of wide steps leads up from the labyrinth door to a pantry off the wizard. Inside the cupboard, Graham's eyes fall upon a bag of dried peas. Reaching into the open cupboard, Graham retrieves the bag of dried peas. Graham scans the various items lining the open shelves, but doesn't see anything of interest. Graham scans the...
Wait.
The bag is full of round, dried peas.
Why? Oh.
Don't come near me. Leave me alone.
My
I
God.
would never hurt you. I'd like to help you.
I don't believe you. You're probably one of them.
I'm not. Believe me.
Just go away. Please. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Who's one of them? You know what we could do? Here, it looks like it fits you.
Warning, this cartoon contains material that...
Is this Alexander's future wife?
Wherever did you find my gold locket? I thought it was gone for good. I lost it on the island just after I was brought here by Mordak.
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. But tell me, who are you, and how did you come to be here?
My name is Princess Cassima, from the
Yep.
Kingdom of the Green Isles. My father, the king, employs a horrible wazir who befriended Mordak. When Mordak saw me, he immediately wished to marry me and bring me here. Naturally, I refused, and my father agreed with me. But our refusal angered him so much that he stole me here anyway and put me to work as a scullery girl. He says he will never let me go, that a scullery girl I will remain until I agree to marry him. But the thought revolts me. What am I to do? I would never...
Why did it just cancel that? I want to hear what she said. It's probably going to cut it off again. So Princess Cassima is the princess that Alexander goes for in King's Quest VI. So you do save her.
Wherever did you find my gold locket? I thought it was gone for good. I lost it on the island just after I was brought here by Mordak.
You wouldn't believe me even
Graham
if I
is
told you.
like
But
super
tell me,
ripped and hot.
Who are you, and how did you come to be here?
My name is Princess Cassima, from the Kingdom of the Green Isles. My father, the king, employs a horrible wazir who befriended Mordak. When Mordak saw me, he immediately wished to marry me and bring me here.
Yeah.
Naturally, I refused, and my father agreed with me.
Mordak the evil wizard found a pretty girl, decided the best way to get her to marry him, put her to work in his kitchens.
Scullery girl. He says he will never let me go, that a scullery girl I will remain until I agree to marry him. But the thought revolts me. What am I to do? I would...
She would this time. I like how she got more out of her mouth last time.
Graham surveys Mordak's kitchen in disgust. It is an untidy mishmash of dirty pots.
By the way, who are you?
I'm King Graham of Daventry.
I think I know where that is. It's very far from my home, though.
Don't worry. Somehow, I'll get you home again. But first, I've got to save my family.
Yes, well, I'll stand by you, King Graham. I'll help if I can.
Thanks. I may need it.
Well, I'd better get back to work. And you should keep out of sight.
Aye, aye, m'lady.
I'm giggling because of Ghost Bloop's statement because I agree.
The stuff boiling in the pot doesn't look or smell very appetizing.
It's because she's a princess, doesn't know how to cook.
Princess Cassima looks glad to see Graham. Graham surveys Mordak's kitchen. Graham surveys Mordak's kitchen in disgust. It is an untidy mishmash of dirty pots, jars with unidentified contents, rags, and assorted junk. Even with all that, Graham can see nothing that interests him.
So, you notice, which you probably haven't really noticed, and you won't notice until King's Quest VI. Alexander is the only member of the family who has no problem using magical items, and it's partly because he was enslaved by a wizard for 17 years.
that chat on mobile is broken.
How is it broken? Is it just like freezing? Because that's what it's always done beforehand, where it just works and then it stops working. Hi, honey.
A hideous yet fascinating pipe organ commands attention as Graham walks through a downstairs hallway. Two distorted figures of bird-like women flank both sides of the monstrous pipe organ. The bizarre figures don't appear to have any use at all. Graham watches in horrified fascination as the grotesque organ begins to magically play an eerie tune, all by itself.
Ew, it does double messages for you when it breaks? That's horrible.
A hideous yet fascinating pipe organ.
Okay, so it's playing on its own. Oh.
Goodbye, King Graham of Daventry.
Force choke? Really, Mr. Wizard?
Poor Graham. Mordak shows no mercy.
Wait. Why was he able to do that? Don't we have this amulet that was given to us?
Graham is already wearing
4 grams would leave you sore for a week. The hell?
that implement. Water, dripping down strands of slimy vegetation hanging from the ceiling, forms a small pool on the cell's cold stone floor. Graham finds himself in a dirty, dingy cell somewhere below Mordak's castle.
The amulet doesn't protect from Vader jokes. Here. What? Is this Cassima?
Hello?
Oh.
What? Oh, Princess Cassima, where did you come from?
From the labyrinth. I spend a lot of time down here, you know, with my friends.
Friends?
Yes, like Dink and Sam. I don't know if you ever saw Sam or not. Anyway, I found this loose stone once that led here, to this cell. Now come on, you'd better get out of here.
I don't know if there's anything I need to do in here. Can I fish? If this is what I think it is... God damn it. You just follow her. That's not too bad. Because I have the map that shows me where the dungeon room is located. This is a lot easier. So I guess if you had gotten into the dungeon without giving her the locket, you would have been stuck in there. You would have been just caught and stuck. And if you didn't have the locket, you would have been screwed on this island. Because you need to befriend Cassima. Hi, honey.
While Princess Cassima busily scrubs the kitchen floor, Graham tries to figure out what to do next. Graham surveys Mordak's kitchen in disgust. It is an untidy mishmash.
I just realized, do you get the moldy cheese in here? Probably not. Let's get captured again. The cheese was in the dungeon? Where?
Graham finds himself in a dirty... Graham finds himself in a dirty, dingy cell somewhere. Graham...
I don't see any cheese.
Graham finds himself in a dirty, dingy cell somewhere below Mordak's castle. Graham finds himself in a dirty, dingy cell somewhere below Mordak's castle. Graham finds himself in a dirty, dingy cell somewhere below Mordak's castle. Graham finds himself in a dirty, dingy... Graham can see a small, moldy piece of cheese just inside the mouse hole. Green mold covers the small piece of cheese. Green mold. Graham can almost reach the piece of cheese.
Of course he can.
Graham can... There, got it. The fishhook did the trick in retrieving the piece of cheese from the mouse hole.
So we're gonna have to walk back. It's better than having to find our way back there just to do that. You better be tasty with those dry peas. Now, we need that moldy cheese to power a wand generator. That's all I know. And it's the most obtuse thing ever. It's also one of it's one of the iconic what the fuck puzzles that Roberta Williams stuck into this game that everyone's just all like her moon logic. It's Roberta Williams' moon logic. As in, you had to have come from some other planet for this to make sense. Moon logic. And King's Quest has a ton of those. I mean, we had one earlier with pour the honey on the ground and then drop the emerald on it multiple times, but you had to do it in the one spot, otherwise it didn't work. It was just like, what? Go get some noms, Ghost Blue.
A massive dining table has been placed before a large, ornate fireplace. Graham doesn't see anything interesting with the fireplace. Graham doesn't see anything interesting with the fireplace. Graham isn't interested in sitting around right now.
Nick.
Graham finds himself in Mordak's immense dining hall.
This is an immense dining hall. It could be bigger. Can we not?
The stone can't be budged anymore. The stone...
He just disappointed, but the moon isn't a planet. It's just where the term moon logic came from, though.
Graham looks in astonishment around the strange foyer filled with an assortment of bizarre oddities. Graham gapes at an odd figure of a bird-like, yet reptilian-like woman. Curiously, Graham looks at the strange figure, but sees nothing of use. Graham looks in astonishment around the strange foyer filled with an assortment of bizarre oddities. Graham looks in astonishment.
Okay, I guess we're just navigating around here.
A huge monstrosity of a skull-like figure leers at passers-by of an upstairs hallway.
The grandma's stone is astonished right now.
Goodbye, King.
Just fucking hell. Is that the wand generator right there? Is he just randomly in places, I wonder? Oh my god. You can just randomly run across him. I mean, it is his castle.
Goodbye.
I like how the gypsy gave you this medallion that's supposed to protect against his magic, and it does nothing.
Poor Graham.
So I did that to see what's in here.
Graham surveys the bizarre furnishings and horrible figures in Mordak's bedroom. A large, grotesque bed occupies one corner of Mordak's bedroom.
Special thanks to Robin Bradley and the rest of the QA staff. What?
A strange statue of a winged woman stands close to Mordak's bed. A large, grotesque bed. Graham looks out the window and views the distorted rocks and twisted forms of Mordak's. The thought of lying on that horrible bed totally revolts. The thought of lying. A large.
Oh my god. Okay. Restore. Here.
Hot coals burn in an open pit fireplace built at one end of the laboratory. There is nothing but burning coals inside the open pit fireplace.
We have so much crap on us still.
Graham has found himself in a large room filled with many unusual contraptions and magical implements. His heart feels like bursting when he notices his beloved family imprisoned within a large glass bottle sitting upon a corner table. Tears come to Graham's eyes as he sees his beloved family and castle held captive inside a large
right
glass
here.
bottle.
We're at 216 out of 260.
Graham can't get a clear view from up here. Looking at his frantically waving family inside their glass prison causes Graham's heart to break as he realizes his current inability to save them from their terrible predicament.
He literally found his wife in a tower, and she's all like, "Oh, you're the first person to come along. Let's kiss." What happens if he does this?
Graham gives the wand a good shake, but it
only fizzles and dies. Well, you've had the wand since the beginning, and it does nothing.
Graham has no idea what Mordak does with this strange contraption, but it couldn't be good. Inside the lower portion, a foul-smelling liquid bubbles, while two dangling spiked gizmos hang on a massive yoke above a couple of flat iron platters. Behind Mordak's strange machine lurk other baffling and curious magical implements. Graham has no idea what Mordak does with... Graham has no idea...
So, I'm assuming... I know this is the wand generator. It gives you no hints. Yes, game? Here, have a fish.
Graham hesitates. This may be the wrong thing to do. Graham hesitates. Atop the iron platter of the bizarre contraption lies Crispin's wand. Graham has...
Do you need the crystal?
Graham hesitates. Graham...
No, of course not. You need the moldy cheese to power it.
Graham tosses the moldy cheese into the machine's bubbling liquid.
There are two things before this section. Yeah, I was supposed to do something with the peas. I know that. I don't know what, though. But also... something should be on that other platter. Yeah, this is wrong. Because we only have Crispin's wand on one platter. Yeah, Mordak's wand, yeah.
The machine put on quite a show, but didn't seem to accomplish anything.
Does Mordak just appear?
What's going on here? I'll take care of you, you swine.
Oh my god.
That wasn't a very smart move.
That was great.
Graham has found himself in a large room.
Okay, hold on. I know you're supposed to use the peas with something.
His heart feels like bursting when he notices his beloved family imprisoned within a large glass bottle sitting upon a corner table.
You throw the bag of peas at the frickin'... Okay. Let's do restore. Let's go all the way back to here. If the blue creature shows up, we're supposed to throw the bag of peas at him. No, I'm looking it up because we're so close to the ending. And some of this is obtuse. Hell. At least Graham's not the only fragile thing.
Graham wants no part of this beast. A large beast lies stunned on the floor.
my god. Oh my god.
Graham carries a large empty bag.
Okay, now we need to get Mordak's wand. Of which I think... So there's more than the bedroom. There's a private study off the bedroom. Which we didn't do. Oh my god.
The black cat eyes Graham suspiciously.
It's Bananan.
Those claws look awfully...
You! How did you get here?
I have journeyed far, over land and sea.
Never mind. Your journey is now over.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I should have grabbed Mananan. Like, letting Mananan go was a bad idea.
Poor Graham.
That's
Mordak
fine.
shows...
That's why we save like this.
You!
I have
never...
Oh. I need to not talk to him.
Those claws...
How would it... Oh, bag.
You!
I have
never...
Are you kidding? We use this large bag.
You!
I have
never...
Really? Why would he care about the fish? It's Mananan. Oh my god. Don't know. We're not sad about this
It
guy.
wouldn't be wise for Graham to carry the cat around.
Okay, is it to the south? Oh my god, there's a way to the south. Okay.
Many books and scrolls line the shelves of Mordak's library. As Graham looks them over, however, he finds them mostly unintelligible. Many books and... A large tome lying open. A large... This looks interesting. Graham wonders what the symbols mean. Graham gives the wand. The strange symbols have been burned into Graham's memory.
So you have to wait until Mordak appears and goes to sleep. Apparently. Then you can take his wand. Seriously?
Numerous books. Since most of Mordak's books and scrolls are beyond Graham's comprehension, he wisely decides...
So let's see how long this takes. You think you can go north one? I don't know. No. You need to stay in the study. It says, walk up the stairs, go west in the bedroom, down to the private study, read the book on the table in the foreground to see the transformation spells. Wait until Mordak appears and goes to sleep. That, with how long it's taking, I would not have easily have found. Because, like, where is he? Why is it taking him so long? And then it's just a matter of taking Mordak's wand and going to the wand generator. So from there, I'm pretty sure that's all there is to it. I'm not looking at the walkthrough anymore. For the most part, I've been able to figure out almost all the puzzles in this one without needing a walkthrough. So that's pretty decent considering it's a King's Quest game. I didn't map out the desert. I started mapping the desert. Thought that might not be something you could do. Then I looked up the walkthrough to see how the desert worked. Found out I was doing it correctly. Figured use the map that was in the walkthrough because it's a lot easier to do that than me having gone through every square and then dying and then having to start over and go through every square I hadn't gone through. What else did we end up needing the walkthrough for? I needed Meaty's help for the forest because of the frickin' honey and emerald. Another one of the obscure puzzles that made no sense. What is going on? Do you guys see that up above?
Many book-filled shelves.
There he is.
Through the open doorway, Graham can see the wizard lying asleep in his...
You think your chat is bugged? Does anyone else? I think no one else is chatting right now.
It would not be a good idea to bother Mordak.
No, everyone else is pretty quiet, it seems. Unless Twitch chat is bugged entirely. Yeah, everyone's just lurking. Which is fine. It's very much a game that lends itself to lurking and just listening sometimes. And just occasionally looking. So now we're going to the wand generator. Which the game doesn't even tell you it's a wand generator. So by the time you get here,
Graham
it's like...
has no idea what Mordak does with his string.
I mean, it makes sense that he wouldn't know, but it's like... Good luck if you're trying to play this for the first time.
The amulet. Mordak's wand glows brightly with restrained power.
Oh my god, what happens if you wave this?
Graham waves Mordak's glowing wand, but nothing happens. Could it be that Crispin was right? That wands only respond to their owner, like a pet?
That makes sense then. So that's totally Harry Potter does the same thing. But I think it was a common enough concept. So you do this.
Atop the iron platter of the...
And you wouldn't normally figure it out because nothing in the game is hinted to you. Hey, grab Mordak's wand, put it here, put Crispin's wand here, and then throw some moldy cheese in this. Oh my god.
Graham tosses the moldy cheese into the machine's bubbling liquid.
So the whole concept was while Graham was traveling for a very long time with a depowered wand, but the wand recognizes him.
Mordak's wand now barely glows. Perhaps its power has weakened while Crispin's old wand now appears completely energized.
What's going on here? I'll take care of you, you swine.
I mean, other than his constant scowl, he's not unattractive.
Graham, I've heard from Crispin.
What the? What have you done to my wand? You think you can outwit me, little man? Let me show you a thing or two.
Oh.
That wasn't a very smart...
Are you kidding? Don't tell me what to do. I want to figure that out. I turned myself into a rabbit, got eaten.
tosses the moldy cheese into the machine.
I thought I was going to turn Mordak into something. Instead, I used transformation spells on myself. I need to save before I pick up Crispin's wand, and then I need to save before I cast this. I don't think it allows me to save there. I just like the fact that Cedric is all like, Cedric, I hold from Crispin, and then he gets shot in midair. You would drop the soap for Mordak too. Yeah, Mordak's pretty freaking hunky. I think Graham should just be all like, look, Mordak, I'm a king.
Now barely glows. Perhaps its power has weakened.
And that girl in the kitchen is just a princess, which means she doesn't have as much authority. I think you need to take my ass.
The bizarre...
What's going on? I'll take care of you.
Can I skip this as much as possible? Emperor Ming from Flash Gordon. Oh god, I saw that once. It was so painful to watch. Like Flash Gordon is supposed to be this hero, and if you watch the movie, he is the most worthless individual. All he does is get caught and captured constantly, and everyone else does everything.
Let me show you a thing or two.
Oh, that's to Rabbit. This is to something else. Let me see. Oh. That wasn't it.
That wasn't a very smart...
Just... You have no culture. Is that because I think Flash Gordon's not that great of a character? He's horrible in the movie. Literally just always helpless and needs to be saved by everyone. The girl and the doctor do like everything.
Graham,
What the? What have you think?
Okay. I mean, that's a tiger. What is this? Oh. Well, at least we're seeing what each thing does.
That wasn't a very... The bizarre...
Okay, I think I have an idea of what to do now.
What's going on here?
The doctor gets him caught by getting him hit in the head with some metal leg. I don't remember it. I've seen it once, and I was just making fun of it the whole time. I was all like, why was this considered amazing back in its heyday? I'm like, there's so many. I think it was partly the special effects, probably. Also, the Birdmen, didn't they have like metal wings? And you were like, how the hell do they fly?
What have you done? You think?
I'm trying to skip. Come on. Oh, I can save here. Oh my god. I could have been saving here all this time.
Why, you little...
That wasn't a very smart...
They had feathers? Oh. Okay.
Why, you little...
Why, you little... I didn't know what to do. Like, I have like an armadillo, or is it a mouse? And a rabbit I can transform into. Can we throw Cedric at him? Here.
That wasn't a very smart...
That's not gonna do it. Oh, because you're a rabbit, so you can dodge. It's so dumb. Yeah, I thought I was gonna cast a rain cloud on him too. I was like, well, that makes sense. No, let's turn.
I've got you now. Say goodbye, swine.
What? What even is that?
So, if this is the way you want to play.
Wait, did Mordak turn himself into fire? We just killed him. What wizard turns himself into fire?
Warning, this cartoon contains material that may be necessary for...
My god.
Now why won't you work?
Just say, I'll help it. Oh.
Oh, Princess Cosima. Well, I did it. Mordak is dead.
Dead? Are you sure? Maybe he's only trying to trick you.
He's dead, all right. He turned himself into a fire, and I put him out with rainwater. He'll never bother anyone else ever again. But now I have a bigger problem. I don't know what to do about my family or my castle. I don't know how to turn them back to normal.
After all you've been through, there must be a way.
Crispin!
I have the solution to all your problems, Graham. While you and Cedric were gone, I did some asking around, and I found out that your son, Alexander, had the dubious distinction, if you may, of turning Mordak's brother, Mananan, into a cat some time back. Obviously, this deed angered Mordak, who could do nothing about it,
since this particular spell could only be undone by the actual perpetrator, your son. It doesn't take a great genius to figure out that Mordak took your family and castle in revenge to try to persuade Alexander to restore Manannan back to his old self. I did discover, as now I see, that your castle and family were miniaturized and imprisoned inside a glass bottle. I did some research and found the spell for turning everything back to normal. Now watch. Hocus Pocus Aliokus.
Hocus Pocus Aliokus. This is when Alexander gets to see Cosima. Rosella with her very standout blonde hair.
Valony, my children, my joy knows no limit.
Oh, Father, I'm so glad you're here.
Cedric's dead on the floor over there. Cedric's just lying dead in the corner.
Oh, Princess Cosima, how could I forget you? Come over here.
Princess Cosima, I'm gonna forget you. Come over here. Cedric's dead.
Let me introduce you to my family. This is my wife, Queen Valanice, my daughter, Princess Rosella, and my son, Prince Alexander.
Your future husband.
Started this whole mess. All of you, this is Princess Cosima from the land of the Green Isles. Without her, none of us would be standing here now. She bravely saved my life.
My lady, I am deeply in your debt, and I will make it up to you. With your permission, I'd like to travel to the land of the Green Isles to see you.
Wow, Alexander,
All right, now that we've done with all the formalities, let's get on with business, shall we? Higgledy, higgledy, poo! Be assured that your castle is right back where it belongs, and the right size too. But now it's time that everyone return to their homes, with my help, of course. Alakazam, Alakazoo, Alakaz.
Wait, what about Cedric?
Where is Cedric?
Over there. Mordak may have killed him. Is there anything you can do about it?
Let me think.
Say no.
Ah, yes. I think I know. Abracabara? No, abracadora? Now what is that confounded word? Oh, yes! Abracadabra!
Oh, Crispin!
Cedric, it sure is good to see you again.
Oh, likewise, I'm sure.
All right, enough is enough. Let's get on with it. Okay, Cosima, let's send you home first. Wasn't that the land of the Green Isles?
Yes, that's right. I can't wait to see my parents again. Goodbye, Alexander. Perhaps we'll meet again.
You can be sure of that, my lady.
Alexander's like, I'm gonna be fapping to you for a while.
Before you send us all home, Crispin, I just want to thank you for all your help. And you too, Cedric. I wouldn't be standing here with my family without you two. I'm deeply, deeply grateful.
All in a day's work, my boy. All in a day's work, right, Cedric?
Right, Crispin.
Okay, back home you go. Alakazam. Alakazoo. Alakazee.
Alexander being creepy. I like how my pointer is just an arrowhead suddenly.
Well, there she is. Our happy home. and we're all safe and sound once more. Let's go home, shall we?
I'll have peanut butter sandwiches. Did we get all the points we could? 260 out of 260. I don't know how we could have missed points in this one, honestly. I guess there was probably ways to win it without giving certain things to certain people, maybe? Until the next game. Alexander being creepy until the next game. Alexander's just gonna sit there and think about her the entire time until the next game. Because the next game is literally Alexander going to the Green Isles just to, like, go and marry her. But then he finds out that the Vizier, who is totally a Jafar-type character, has her imprisoned in the castle and has, like, a imprisoned genie. Or he has a genie as a slave or something. And I think there's multiple endings on that one, too. No, I know for a fact there's multiple endings on that one. Don't say anything, but you're still awake. I'm so amazed that you're still awake, actually. That's kind of impressive. And at the same time, why the hell? So, yeah. This game was, particularly... I like this one. It's definitely one of my top favorite King's Quest games. I still think 3 is one of my favorite ones. 3 and 4 are probably my top 2. And I don't know in what order. I might actually have to say 4 is my favorite. Even though as much as I want to say 3 is my favorite, I think it's 4, 3, then probably 5. I remember 6 being really, really good for the most part, but there's so many obscure puzzles in 6. I'm not sure which one we're going to end up doing next. Tomorrow, I'm not ending the stream, just so you know. We're going to switch over to Dragon's Dogma. But I think that tomorrow, as far as the retro adventure games go, how much was this when it came out? I don't know. You'd have to look it up. You could probably find it on Google. I didn't have a computer strong enough to be able to run these games when I was younger. It wasn't until I was working on my own and I had my older laptop which could run these that I was able to actually start playing these. But I think tomorrow, as far as the Retro Sierra adventure games go, we might end up doing Disney's The Black Cauldron, which was done by Sierra. And if you look at the credits, it was pretty much the Sierra cast as you're used to it, including people that were involved with Space Quest. It does look like the older games, and it plays slightly weirdly because it has a... You play with all the FN keys at the top of the...
Welcome back.
At the top of the keyboard. It's really weird. Also, Brad, thank you for the gifted sub to Megapixels! It's super sweet. What the hell? Is King's Quest V the only one with hot guys? Graham's always been kind of built anytime you ever see him, but it's just like you see him the most like this. I think there's some relatively attractive people in 6. I don't remember entirely. But there's definitely certain characters in 6 that stand out. You have a lot more interactions with characters in 6 than you did with the other ones. I seem to remember the shopkeeper in the main town you talk to multiple times, so he really feels more solidified than any of the characters we met in these towns. King's Quest VII, when we get to it, I don't really know much about. So I can't say anything about that. I know that King's Quest VIII, I really want to do it just so we do it, but I know it's like the horrible, hated stepchild of the King's Quest series. Because it goes fully 3D. It does not run with any of Graham's family members. It's with some farmer kid that is tasked with saving Daventry by King Graham. And that's Mask of Eternity, and I know that people hate it in general. And it was Sierra's attempt to bring adventure gaming into the 3D market, and it just... Ugh. But, John Ratcliffe. This is like... Is it ever gonna let me... Here we go. Okay.
Do you really?
So we are going to quit that. I am going to go over to a BRB screen. And I'm going to do... Actually, Isaac says I don't need to do a break if it's like once. So... Dilly plays Dragon's Dogma. I'm changing the title. Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen. Get rid of the retro thing. I don't know what other titles I can put into this. Casual playthrough. I don't want to say first time because I'm still in areas that I've been in beforehand. You thought the redheaded stepchild of King's Quest was the one made by Odd Gentleman? No. Actually, from people that are, from what I've heard from people that actually, that like the old King's Quest series, they really like the one that was made by Odd Gentleman. The YouTuber that I mentioned beforehand, Pushing Up Roses, who really, really loves the King's Quest series, she was a little skeptical of it, I believe she said in her video, but she ended up really liking it and a lot of its references to things, and she felt it carried on the spirit. What I've played of it, I felt it carried on a lot of the spirit of the original King's Quest games as well. It definitely feels decent if it plays differently, but it also plays more towards the modern games and stuff. Did that King's Quest get finished in development? I think so. I think it did. I was playing it and I was on the chapter where you were captured, and then I stopped playing it. I should probably play it again. Anyways, I'm going to take a quick break to go to the bathroom real quick, and I will be right back.